what do you think the chances are that LA Knight can actually walk out new world champion? You ain't gonna come in here and treat me like no punk bitch. I love me some Jey Uso, but he ain't winning that belt. He's gonna help his cousin get them shoes back.
Honestly, man, f them shoes. They're not even real Jordans.
You wanna shake up, why not?
Stop having that man get beat up and curb stomped every goddamn Monday.
Hip-hop and wrestling. Fatal 4-way at Clash in Paris. Is this LA Knight's shot to finally prove that he deserves to be on top?
That's what it feels like. And he got a good pop last night too. And LA Knight's been putting in a lot of work. It just felt like they was just turning the wheels in the mud with him, and they kept putting him to the situation to where he was supposed to like get promoted, and then it's just like and then they like put him in the back of the line again. I would like to see it actually happen, but this storyline with Seth and the Vision just seems like that's going to have that title tied up with Seth for a long time.
Yeah.
I would definitely be surprised if LA Knight wins. It'd be cool to see him win. I think they're just trying to put him around the same energy as these decorated superstars so that it keeps the momentum to where they can like hold him here until they're ready to put him into that situation. Like he'll still keep his spark or whatever, but I just don't see that title changing hands anytime soon.
Yeah, that's the weird part about it, because the Seth Punk dynamic is so heated. But at the same time, I understand that Jey Uso is a former champion, but where did he come from in this particular situation? And granted, Jay's beef is more with Bronson and Braun.
Yeah.
You know, Bronson got the shoe follow 1 and 2, right? So
yeah.
So the whole overall division thing, that's just a story in itself. I assume a 6-man tag is coming out of this, if not next week, the week after, to lead up to it, of course, because these men have to face each other somehow, some way every week. So here we go.
The reason they did that is because Jay's hot.
Yeah.
So if you want to make somebody else hot, put them around other people that's hot. You know, just like with artists. If an artist is kind of like trying to stay established and trying to stay like in the talks, especially if they're like an older artist, what they gonna do? They can collaborate with that new hot artist, right? So it's the same thing going on in wrestling. We want to keep this man hot. Oh, let's let him collaborate with Jey, because Jay's like one of the hottest things right now.
Right, but there's still enough heat. There was a built-in 3-way storyline right there with just Punk, LA Knight, and Seth.
I agree.
Built in. I feel like Jay's extra. It's still going to be good. If anything, it just tells me that Jay's taking that pin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like, I'm trying to make a funny analogy. It's like, yo, all right, we got this ice cream that's good as fuck, right? Why don't we add cookies?
And Jey has the cookies. It's like, this the golden
cookies, man. They gonna already eat the ice cream, but if you add some goddamn cookies to it, they gonna really fuck it up, man.
This is the Golden Pharrell dessert bar. All right. Do you think? So we got this whole Vision thing. We got a 4-way.
Yeah.
If they really want to
the name too, by the way, I like the name of the
Vision.
faction.
It makes sense. It's still growing on me.
Shout out to, that was my album name, one of my first albums, The Vision.
Okay, I'm going to.
Welcome, Seth.
Thought your album was growing on me. It's called The Vision. Got it. LA Knight has had a title shot before with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Didn't really go anywhere. No story that built up to it. I feel as if him being in the mix with Punk and Seth lends a little bit more credibility to this particular feud to help build LA Knight a little bit. I mean, LA Knight's a made man. He's a star. I mean, he gets amazing pops. I don't think his star power is diminished by any means whatsoever. However, there's still levels to it, and I don't think he was on the level of people that we just mentioned, Seth and CM Punk. So he had a chance to go toe-to-toe with CM Punk on the mic last night, and he did a decent job.
He did.
Good. The character, I didn't feel like he was overshadowed. But CM Punk is still like, you know, way up here on that promo scale with timing and just inflection and just the pure emotion. While LA Knight seems to be all character.
I agree with you 100%. I think what kind of helped them is like, yo, you don't talk to me?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that helps. Yeah.
LA Knight was like, you ain't gonna come in here and treat me like no punk bitch. I'm not gonna take your disrespect just because you're some vet. You can get to Seth when I'm done with him, because he was being nice, like, hey, I'm not trying to have a problem with you. Like, I understand why you're mad, but you still like, easy fella. Like, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think his fan reaction is just as strong as it's always been. I think this work with those two and with Jey will add more credibility, especially if he's able to like win, which I don't see a high probability of that happening. But hey, f it, why not? Like, you want to shake up, why not? What do you think the chances are that LA Knight can actually walk out new world champion, even if it's just temporarily to push the story along?
Be 25%.
25%.
I just don't see it happening.
Ever, or you don't see it happening because of who is involved?
I don't see it happening because who's involved right now.
Yeah.
Like they're really pushing this vision storyline with Seth and Bronson. And I think it's going to be a continuous thing probably till WrestleMania. I really think that's a setup. That's a setup. I don't know who Seth's opponent is going to be, but I think Seth is going to have that belt at WrestleMania. Maybe Punk, maybe Roman.
I still think that Punk's the one who ultimately has to get that belt off of Seth because Seth has just been so dastardly. But then, okay, we forget, because Roman's not around that much. When Roman does come back, we're like, oh yeah, Seth, you over too. You got yours coming as well. I think CM Punk has a little bit more hatred or a little bit more compelling reason to be the one to dethrone Seth. But if you want to, again, throw a monkey wrench in the whole shit, shock people, get people talking, hey, give it to LA Knight and have everybody chase him. Honestly, Seth, Punk, Roman, they don't need a belt for their feud.
No.
But
it would be helpful to LA Knight to get that belt.
It would catapult him to a whole nother level. And I can see him being the champion, but I'm just like, you beating Cody for it? I don't see it. You being the contender? Absolutely. You beating Seth for it? I could see that if Punk wasn't on the roster.
Me too.
Right?
You got to tie these other stories to the side before they let that ride. The main focus is going to be on the vision for a long time until they figure that story out. That belt not going nowhere, man.
But that's also...
If they do, I'll be surprised. And I could see maybe what you're saying, like LA Knight getting it or CM Punk getting it, and then they settling everything at WrestleMania. But I just don't think it's going nowhere. If it does, I'll be surprised. I'm going to say that. If that belt leaves Seth Rollins before WrestleMania, I will be very surprised.
WrestleMania is 8 months away. Within that 8 months,
that can happen.
2 to 3 with a different champion if they wanted to. I was thinking that maybe it'll be Punk Cody next year.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about Cody in another segment coming up. I thought it could be Punk Cody, and then Seth Roman makes sense to me for a separate main event. But we know Jey Uso. I love me some Jey Uso, but he ain't winning that belt. Not in this one. He's just not in that mix right now. If anything, he's going to help his cousin get them shoes back. Get them shoes back.
And honestly, man, f them shoes. They're not even real Jordans. I mean, they're Jordans, but they're kind of like the...
Those are the ones, right? The black and red?
They're mids. People don't wear mids like that.
No.
And then Spitzex is not like a real Jordan either. It's a my man, Jay the sneaker guy, shout out to him. He calls them mutants. It's not an official number. It's just like a hybrid. Yeah, but I was watching the podcast and they was talking about that too.
Enzo Amore.
They said Enzo called that shit. I was like, yo, them ain't even real Jordans. Those are just kind of like collaborations or whatever. And that makes sense that Roman is letting him being taken off his foot because like he would let no heat get taken off his foot.
Could this 4-way be a big turning point for LA Knight in terms of his place on the card, even if he doesn't win?
Yes, for sure. I think that was a move. You want to put him on a platform with some other superstars who are already decorated. Not saying that he's not already decorated, but being put in a match like this is going to give him a little more prestige and people are going to be like, yeah, it's time. They're going to see how the crowd reacts. This is kind of like an interview for him, interview promotion.
Because he is rubbing shoulders with the big dogs on this one. Definitely.
He's there, man. He got the look. He got the charisma.
He got everything. He can work.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he has everything, but it's just, ooh.
Oh, it's just so...
a lot of sharks in this pond. So.
Yeah. It's good problems, though, like you always say. Good problems.
So if you were booking this, how would you build LA Knight's character so that way he doesn't get lost in the shuffle and fall back down the card once this fatal 4-way is behind him?
I would let him get a pin and win and continue to feud him and Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Like he started coming and running in and mess with Seth Rollins matches, whatever. Anytime he have a match, he comes in and mess with it until him and Seth Rollins build up. And then Adam Pearce comes out and finally say, I'm tired of this shit. You versus you at Survivor Series or something like that, something of that sorts. I just keep him involved. I keep him involved with Seth.
Right.
Keep him involved with Seth no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. He definitely needs to keep his eyes and ears on what Seth's doing.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking that it would be very helpful for him to continue to go back and forth with CM Punk. I think that one-on-one match needs to happen. And actually, it will help LA Knight. It will behoove LA Knight to probably get a pin.
I just don't think CM needs to lose no more. He don't need to lose no more.
He does lose a lot, doesn't he? I mean, he doesn't lose all. He loses.
Always catching the short end of the stick.
Right. He doesn't get definitively dominated.
Yeah.
He gets screwed over.
He's getting mildly geeked out.
He gets screwed over and he gets his ass whooped by Seth Rollins. I think he's taking more curb stomps than any superstar on the main roster.
Yeah, right? That part. And it's like, yo, if y'all want to put that man in a situation where he had the belt again, stop doing that shit.
That's what I was thinking last night when I was watching Raw. CM Punk getting his ass whooped by Seth Rollins again.
Yeah.
That train is never late.
Yeah. It sucks, because I'm a big, who's not a big CM Punk fan? It's hard not to like him. But when you keep doing that he's going to start losing prestige, man. It's like, he's about to get his ass whooped again. They going to stop believing. They ain't going to think he ever going to have nothing popping again.
Let's see.
All about balance.
Yeah. I mean, he's been feuding with the same people for 2 years now. Some change has to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I think for the case of a satisfying ending to this particular story, he gets his revenge and victory over Seth Rollins, and then he moves on to something bigger and better. And if the world title's not it, then go ahead and get him prepped to either win the Royal Rumble and go against Cody, or just set that up for something new, something fresh.
Agreed. But do something. Stop having that man get beat up and curb stomp every goddamn Monday.
Hey, if he's not getting beat up every Monday, it's Sammy or it's Jey. Now we got LA Knight to get beat up every Monday by Seth Rollins for at least the next month or so, right? So it's going to lead me into what I want to talk about next. Let's go ahead and wrap up this segment and go to the next one. If you're still rocking with us, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah. And there's also a notification. You hit that bell, you'll be notified. You hit that bell, you'll be notified when I drop new videos, which is every single week, multiple times a week. We appreciate you rocking with us. Wrestling fan, and you got opinions on what you like to see, let us know. We'll be active in the comment section if you're active. Thank you for watching. Let's go ahead and move on to our next segment. Let's talk about John Cena and his soulmates.
Right now, you're checking out the SOP.
Hip-hop and wrestling, hip-hop and wrestling.